concluded the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Activists were concerned about the rising abuse of women and girls on social media platforms. They warned that online harassment, non-consensual sharing of images and cyberbullying have severe psychological effects on the victims. Farida Nabanja of Mpigi Women with Disabilities Association condemned the circulation of images without consent, while Naomi Mbareva of Woneta appealed to parents to monitor children's online activity. The activists emphasized that ending digital violence requires collective responsibility under the theme, Unite to End Digital Violence Against Women and Girls. So Julie, take us through what is happening on the global coverage.
Right, and on the global coverage, we're starting off with the story of Donald Trump suing the BBC. Donald Trump confirmed that he was suing the BBC for putting words in my mouth, that is quote unquote, as he gave a press briefing at the White House during the Mexican Border Defense Medal presentation on Monday. Quote unquote, literally they put words in my mouth. They had me saying things that I never said coming out. I guess they used AI or something. So we'll be bringing that lawsuit. A lot of people were asking, when are you bringing that lawsuit? Even the media can't believe that one. Again, quote unquote, he says they actually put terrible words in my mouth having to do with January 6th that I didn't say, and the beautiful words that I said, right, the beautiful words. Talking about patriotism and all the good things that I said. They didn't say that, but they put terrible words in my mouth. He continued. And they got caught because I believe somebody asked. The BBC said this is so bad, it has to be reported. That's called fake news. So we'll be filing the suit probably this afternoon or tomorrow morning, he added. Now, it's rather interesting to read Donald Trump's remarks because as you read them, you're just hearing his voice play like a recorded tape in your head. But the U.S. president previously said he would sue in response to revelations about a clip of him revealed to be used in at least 2 BBC shows, which was doctored, splicing together 2 different remarks to suggest he had called for violence on January 6th. So both the BBC Director General and Head of News quit their horses. Now let's move on to the sad story of the Bondi Beach. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu urged Western governments to take the necessary measures to combat anti-Semitism following the Bondi Beach massacre. Speaking in Jerusalem on Tuesday, quote-unquote, urged Western governments to take the necessary measures to combat anti-Semitism and to provide the necessary security and safety for Jewish communities worldwide. It is wise to heed our warnings. I demand action now, he said. Netanyahu's remarks came after the Bondi Beach attack in Sydney during the Hanukkah celebrations, which is the Jewish festival of lights, on Sunday, which resulted in deaths of at least 16 people and injured dozens. Police later identified the attackers as 50-year-old Sajid Akram and his 24-year-old son Naveed Akram. Sajid Akram was shot dead by police at the scene, while his son was arrested and remains in custody. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese condemned the attack, describing it as a terrorist and anti-Semitic act. Netanyahu claimed that Australia's recognition of a Palestinian state had contributed to the attack, accusing Albanese of weakness in the fight against anti-Semitism. Albanese rejected the accusations in an interview on Monday. Now onto the continent. Deadly flash floods tore through the historic old city of Safi in Morocco on Monday, killing at least 37 people and injuring dozens more, according to the local authorities. Footage shows the streets submerged in mud, damaged shops and debris strewn across narrow alleys as residents attempted to clear blocked sewage drains and salvage what they could from flooded buildings. Quote-unquote, shop owners closed their stores. They had goods worth between 5 million, 10 million, even 13 million inside, so they shut them to protect their merchandise and move into higher ground to avoid loss. Within 10 minutes, people died in their shops and in the street as well. A local merchant said, unquote again, you can see a situation we're in. It's heartbreaking. Where are our friends who were killed? Our friends who were swept away by all of this material loss, all of this material loss. God will compensate us, but we want to see our friends who were killed. A second shop owner. Now provincial authorities confirmed that 37 people have died, while 14 others remain hospitalized at the Mohammed Hospital, including intensive protection units, civil protection units, and security forces continue to search and rescue operations while urging residents to remain cautious amid ongoing weather instability. Well, that brings us to the end of what we have on the global scene. What are we looking at in the new vision?
And of course, there are the face of the new headline. The big headline is General Muhoozi grab sweep on corrupt officers. Three senior UPDF Air Force soldiers arrested. That is on the vision of the new vision. And produce press MPs demand. And beneath the new vision, there are the leadership. It's not again cautions Ugandans are pictorial. The mammoth of crowds clad in yellow. And also about tourism. UK lifts travel restrictions to Queen Elizabeth Parks and Samuleke Parks. Heritage School speaks out on dismissal of acting principal. And the Chagulani Mafawi Traverse Palisa. There is also a free total magazine inside, so you can grab a copy of the t-shirt to get inside. And moving on to the monitor. Yes, before moving to the daily awards, the citizen and daily nation. From what we can see with the headline there, why most Tanzanian startups fail on. Well, a new study shows that between 60 and 70% of scales have been 3 years of being analysts are trending to weak managerial among entrepreneurs. Persistent strong strains. Well, this is something that is no Ugandan small businesses that most of them do not celebrate their fast year or even probably Uganda blessing the consultant in how solutions about how survival has managed in the citizen whereas overroad as Jadama is very booming and a lorry driver now claims Duma condition or ingredient theory. Tanzania leads Africa's bushful climate transition. Interesting. Yep. Now looking at what do we do on the nation. The Daily Nation. Let's see the Daily Nation. Has worries over Ruto's 5 trillion. That's the headline. The Daily Nation. In the Daily Nation, Jerome Raj and also 20 governors spent a zero on the and 18 Kenyans were Russia from Russia and co-parenting doesn't mean contribution to financial. Yes. Jal has shared the responsibility and not imply an even financial cost, a contribution proportionate means. Interesting. Look into what we have the daily. Good morning, Uganda is one of those awards, and today as later on the show we have on why there are rival cases of Uganda, but we also have the business shall have so there's a lot that
keep you informed, and inspired at the same time here on the show. For now, we wish you a Merry Christmas. It's exactly a month, a week, and a Christmas Day to Christmas. And you'll be here on the right time for us to say we wish you a Merry Christmas. Good morning, Uganda, the whole team, here on your screen, behind the scene, and the whole team of the wishes Merry. In the meantime, enjoy some music from CC Wine Noel.
Live from Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. This is Uganda, this day of December 2025, and it's the City Carols night in Kampala, a night to experience, one that you should head for and look forward to right after a long day of work, where you get to experience choirs, different choirs, singing Christmas carols, choirs from Watoto Church, All Saints Cathedral, Afri Chorus Choir from Kamanya Church of Uganda, Community Life Church, Busaga, Deliverance Church, Makerere Life Church, Namasuba, and Word of Revival Church, Chisaki. And of course, there will be a tree lighting ceremony of the biggest Christmas tree in the city. So it's worth the experience, especially after a long day today at 7:30 at the older Kampala SS grounds. And the security is very intact, as confirmed by ASP Luke O.S. Jire, and that is the deputy spokesperson of Kampala Metropolitan. That's a good morning to you. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV always. And the UBC TV station is always here to inspire you. Now I'm always with Joan Murunji, and my name is Juliet Nantala, as we continue to pray for Robert Cheramo for better health. He'll be back, of course, with much vigor and energy after rest and healing. For now, good morning. And by the way, to be part of the show, 0709 602 592. Ask a question, correct where need be, share your opinion. We're doing this together. We are doing life together this Wednesday. John, good morning.
Good morning, Julie. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Interesting that you're born in black.
Yeah, and it is the one. Is it because it is cold? I'm still excited about the carols today.
Yes, Christmas carols. There are many things to celebrate, to enjoy as an experience this season, where you celebrate with people. When people are in one place, celebrating, singing, smiling, and putting all that stress away, it's worth it. It's what it did.
Uganda. Pick of the day on UBC.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. New Public Podcast.
Was brought to you by You can now get all the Tuesday apps with MTN Voice apps. Call all networks. Complete also buy a 25-minute voice pack for only $1 or buy any daily voice pack of your choice. Dial *100*1# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. We talk together. We are unstoppable.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped.